What was the purpose behind God's creation of this universe? This question has intrigued seekers, poets, and philosophers throughout the ages. At the core of spiritual exploration are the profound questions surrounding the mystery of creation, the purpose of human existence, and the soul's ultimate journey back home. Hindu philosophy presents a deep yet straightforward insight. The universe is the divine play of God. The Chandogya Upanishad proclaims, Eko'ham Bahusyam, I am one, let me become many. Why would the infinite, complete in itself, wish to become many? The sages explain, Ekaki na ramte, the one alone cannot enjoy. Engaging in play is simply not feasible when one is alone. In a burst of pure joy, the limitless God manifested in infinite forms. Creation is not a weight to bear, it is a divine play, a joyful dance of existence. But what kind of play is this? The sages describe two great games of the Lord. First, the game of Maya. Here the soul is caught in the net of the three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. This is the world of attachment, ignorance, and the cycle of birth and death. Krishna himself says in the Bhagavad Gita, this divine Maya of mine, made of the three gunas, is difficult to overcome, but those who surrender unto me alone can cross beyond it. The next step is the transcendental game, introducing Divya Leela, the celestial play that transcends illusion. It unveils itself solely to those whose hearts are brimming with devotion. In this scenario, the goal is not to ensnare, but to welcome. It's a captivating dance of love, where the divine and the seeker unite beyond the veil of illusion. But how do we enter this game? The Bhagavad Purana describes the unborn child in the womb praying, O Lord, deliver me once, and I shall dedicate myself to liberation. However, that memory fades as soon as it enters the world. The newborn arrives, not to celebration, but to lament, a lament for lost knowledge. Thus begins the long journey, birth after birth through trees, birds, animals, until, by rare fortune, the soul attains a human body. The Vivek Chudamani beautifully underlines this point. Three things are rare by the grace of God: human birth, the yearning for liberation, and the wisdom of a true sage. Human birth is not at all ordinary. The door to the stronghold of Maya is open, yet many, overcome by desires, squander this opportunity in pursuit of the fleeting pleasures of sound, sight, touch, and taste. So what is the purpose of this rare human life? Why then are we here? The scriptures resound with one answer: to awaken, to remember, to return. The Bhagavad Gita answers clearly, he who understands my divine birth and actions in truth, upon leaving the body, does not return again, but attains me. The goal is not endless wandering, but awakening, not chasing shadows, but remembering who we truly are, the eternal Atman. Saints advise us, play your role sincerely, but remember, it is only a role. You are not truly the father, the mother, the king, or the beggar. These are costumes for the great stage of life. Before this act, you were none of these. When the curtain falls, you will not remain them. The Upanishad declares, the self is eternal among the eternal, conscious among the conscious. Among the countless impermanent beings, Anitya, there is one who is eternal, Nitya. Among the many conscious beings, there is one supreme consciousness. Though one, he fulfills the desires and sustains the lives of the many. Those wise ones who perceive him reflecting like a mirror in their own self, they attain everlasting peace. But others who do not perceive him never find such peace. Imagine many small lamps burning in the night. Each seems to have its own light, but in truth all depend on one source of fire. Similarly, though each being feels separate and conscious, their very consciousness is sustained by the one eternal consciousness. The body may perish, but the self remains untouched, unborn, undying. But how do we return to this self? The scriptures show us three luminous paths. First is Gyan, knowledge. By wisdom, we realize Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahm. The universe becomes a hall of mirrors, all reflecting the one self. Second is Bhakti, devotion. Through love, the ego fades away. The devotee has transcended the self, uttering only you. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, "It is stated that true knowledge of my essence can only be attained through heartfelt devotion. Upon gaining awareness of me, my devotee immerses themselves completely in the understanding of my essence." Next, Vairagya, detachment. By rising above attraction and aversion, the mind attains peace, free from bondage. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, "The enlightened, possessing a balanced mind, let go of their attachment to the outcomes of their actions, freeing themselves from the cycle of life and death. Through this heightened awareness, they reach a realm free from all suffering. Thus, when knowledge, devotion, and detachment meet, the soul awakens to its eternal truth." And then the game ends. The Upanishads resound, "Tattvamasi, thou art that." The many dissolve into the one. The soul realizes it was never separate. The player, the stage, the play, all are God. Krishna promises in the Bhagavad Gita, "Abandon all duties and surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sin. Do not grieve." This means that renunciation of action does not mean withdrawal from life or neglect of responsibilities. It is not inactivity, but the renunciation of selfishness, ego, and attachment to results. True renunciation of action is the art of transforming every action into an offering to the divine. Thus, karma sannyas is the union of action and renunciation, acting in the world with full sincerity yet inwardly detached, seeing oneself not as the doer but as an instrument of the divine. To make this clear, think of two parables. The mirror palace. In a hall of mirrors, every reflection is you. So too, the enlightened see the self in every being. The theater stage, an actor may play a king, but inwardly he knows, "I am not the king." When the curtain falls, he returns to his true self. Likewise, life is a performance. The Atman is never bound by its roles. So, dear friends, this universe is not a prison, it is a divine play. If you wish, enjoy the drama, but if you feel weary, the exit is open through knowledge, through devotion, through detachment. The one became many for the joy of play, and when the many remember they are one, the play dissolves into peace. Eko Brahm Dvitiyo Nasti. God is one, second there is none. So friend, human birth is your open door. Will you remain lost in the itch of desires, or will you step into freedom? You are not the role you play. You are the eternal self. If this reflection touched your heart, do like, share, and subscribe, so together we may continue this journey of wisdom and devotion. Until next time, remember, this universe is God's play, and you are more than just an actor on its stage. You are the eternal self. Jai Shri Krishna.